What's up guys, it's Chloe. It's really windy. Oh my god, my hair.
Oh no!
What's up guys, it's Chloe here. Something I've been thinking about is, social media. We're on it all the time. Is it good or bad? I think in life there's so much nuance. It's not black and white. I think there's a lot of grey in life. So I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about social media, how it might be affecting us. If you struggle with comparison, if you struggle with addiction, if you struggle with feeling insecure after scrolling on your phone for ages, this video is for you. I feel like a lot of us have a bit of a love-hate relationship with social media. It's both such an inspiring platform as well as a platform that can be so incredibly triggering. So is social media good or evil? I'm going to kind of address that dichotomy in this video. I kind of want to give you guys tips that I've personally learnt and I'm personally still trying to grapple with to develop a healthier relationship with social media. I hope it's helpful. Mwah. Everything that I speak about are things that I feel like I'm also learning at the same time, and I'm always a work in progress. So I hope that the things that I'm learning on the road that I share with you are going to be helpful for you. I hope that they make you feel less crazy, that they make you feel less alone, and that they kind of help you to, find more freedom and more confidence to be who you are and just to feel grounded to yourself as well. Mwah. To start this video, I want to read you guys an excerpt from the Wall Street Journal. I'm going to read this word for word to start with. The Wall Street Journal conducted an investigation called the Facebook Files and wrote, Facebook Incorporated knows in acute detail that its platforms are riddled with flaws that cause harm, often in ways only the company fully understands. Based on a review of internal Facebook documents, including research reports, online employee discussions, and drafts of presentations to senior management. Time and time again, the documents show Facebook's researchers have identified the platform's ill secrets. The documents offer perhaps the clearest picture thus far of how broadly Facebook's problems are known inside the company, up to the chief executive himself. Researchers inside Instagram, which is owned by Facebook, have been studying for years how its photo sharing app affects millions of young users. Repeatedly, the company found that Instagram is harmful for a sizable percentage of them, most notably teenage girls. Inside the company, teams of employees have for years been laying plans to attract pre-teens that go beyond what is publicly known, spurred by fear that it could lose a wave of users critical to its future. Now, I know that's a lot of technical language, so I'm going to kind of break that down into baby words so that it's kind of easier to digest. In a nutshell, the Wall Street Journal found that Facebook had a whole heap of research done to show that they understood the terrible effects that their platforms, especially Instagram, was having on young people's mental health. And when they saw that a lot of young people were realizing that using Instagram less and less would be beneficial for their mental health, they realized that it wasn't helping their algorithm, that they didn't have enough people using their platform. But regardless of them knowing the terrible effects it was having on young people, they wanted to do whatever they could to get young people back on the platform for their own financial success's sake. Facebook has a whole heap of internal research on the negative impact of its Instagram app on teen girls and others, yet they haven't done anything to change it and continue to strategize to keep people on the platform for their own selfish financial success. That breaks my heart, but I personally still believe that regardless of Facebook's intentions and regardless of their misconduct, that social media in and of itself is not evil. The way we use it matters. The way we use it can shape the way it affects us. I initially recorded this video without having known about the Wall Street Journal investigation on the Facebook files, and when I heard about the Facebook files on a podcast that my partner sent me, it just completely broke my heart, and I felt like I needed to address that. In this video, you will still see the original content that I had filmed, but I do want to add bits and pieces to outline the incredible damaging effects that the platform can have. Yet, if we're being realistic, social media is something that we can't eradicate. It is a massive part of our lives. It's like an extension of our identity. So in this video, I do want to help you guys set some boundaries and help you understand that there are ways that we can actually develop a healthier relationship with Instagram and Facebook. I'm not coming at you on my high horse. I'm coming at you as a friend. I'm still grappling with these things. I'm still trying to practice these things in my life. I still struggle with comparison and insecurity. I'm not superhuman or amazing. I'm human, I've got insecurities, I've got flaws, I'm so far from perfect. But if there's anything that I have learned, it's how to develop good boundaries, how to recognize when following certain accounts triggers my insecurities, and how to know when to unfollow or follow certain accounts. I think the thing that has been most impactful for me and my relationship with social media is building a life outside of social media. Building a life off screen that I'm incredibly proud of. I'll talk a little bit more about that in this video. So remember that the things that I'm going to talk about are things that I'm personally learning. So I'm coming at you as an equal, as a friend. We're on this ride together. Hope this video is helpful. We live in a world that glamorizes the highlights, the good vibes, and the no bad days. In a culture that celebrates superficiality, it can be hard to have a not so great day. Because let's face it, social media is everywhere and everyone is posting their highlights. When we're having a terrible or mundane or boring AF day, week, month or year, not to mention being in lockdown, it can feel terrible when we see other people's best glamorous moments. In our increasingly technologically advanced society, we are connected beyond what we could have ever imagined back in the day. Yet ironically, with the rise of social media and the internet, we're also increasingly disconnected from ourselves and from those around us. It's a bit of a paradox, isn't it? The very platforms that were initially designed to connect us often makes us feel more alienated than ever before. So how do we do it? How do we navigate real life with all its complexities when we're bombarded by perfect images and curated feeds all over social media and the internet? I want to share with you guys some things that I've personally been learning and trying to put into practice to develop a healthier relationship with social media.